y'all doing? This is your boy. I just want to break down some things. I've been warning multiple times this last 3 years of these upcoming events that's beginning to take place. Everything that I've said has came to a head. Everything is happening. I said 2 years ago they're planning on something for 2020, and now 2020 is here, and we have all of these coronaviruses. And let me remind you, this coronavirus is nothing new, because you look on the back of your Lysol, it says human coronavirus. And they was talking about coronavirus ever since 4 or 5 years ago. This coronavirus now is a new strain coronavirus. And I was wondering, how are they going to depopulate the world when they keep talking about we overpopulated? I thought maybe it'd be a war or a civil unrest or stuff like that, and maybe a biological, chemical weapon. But and I thought about the viruses, but because I always talked about the immunizations and all of them things, and this coronavirus is killing people off fast, and then the artificial intelligence take over. I'm telling people right now, if they don't tell their kids that's graduating, about to graduate, or have graduated, to get some kind of degree in technology, computer science, math, coding, their jobs or their careers will be in jeopardy, because artificial intelligence is taking over everywhere. The United States are increasing the budget for artificial intelligence. Walmart is using artificial intelligence. McDonald's is using artificial intelligence. Starbucks just announced they're making coffee machines with artificial intelligence. iHeartRadio have laid off hundreds of DJs using artificial intelligence. And so I've been saying for the longest, I think artificial intelligence is the Antichrist. But I always tell people, it's not about fear-mongering. It ain't about being afraid of what's going to come, because God say, don't worry about who can kill the body or the soul. It's about getting your life ready, getting your life right with Christ, getting all the animosity, getting all the hatred, getting all of the things that you haven't lined yourself up with God. If your life is not correct, you need to get it correct. Because we are literally in the ending days. And so we must get our lives right. We need to get all the envy and hate and strife out of our heart, because we are in the ending time. This is no longer the ending time is coming. We are actually in it. We have diseases and we have earthquakes in diverse places. We have rumors of wars. We have all of this anarchy. We have all of this technology explosion. We have the kids going against the daddies and mamas. We got all of this violence and distrust and division in the world. We are not near the end. We are actually playing ball in the fourth quarter. And so when I do videos, my main goal is to get your life right with Christ, but still be aware of what's going on. God said we got to watch well as pray. We can't stop the inevitable, because God, if He allow these things to happen, we have to be prepared to take in what's going to happen. God said we're going to be persecuted for His name's sake. We're going to be tried, and we're going to be tried in the fire. We're going to be going through things. And so it's not about fear. It's about getting your soul right, getting your life right with God. but still being aware of what's going on around you. And so if you got any kids and about to go to school or thinking about going to college, they better take something in engineering or artificial intelligence, computer science, something with technology, because your job may be in jeopardy. And not maybe, will be in jeopardy, because artificial intelligence is being put into everything. Anytime you have artificial intelligence being a DJ, I just looked at a video this morning where now they're copying artists' likeness, and artificial intelligence is making music like they're the audience, and it sounds just like them, and it got the mannerism and everything. And so it's being put into everything, but we have to know that these things are going to happen. And God said He hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. So unless the enemy takes advantage of us, we're not ignorant of his devices. But if you're a Christian, or if you're a believer, or you can't be ignoring these things, because like I tell people in church that when God told Jesus to move, or He told His parents, don't stay in them cities because they're going to seek out to kill my son, they moved. And so if God tells us to move and prepare, we need to prepare, because this technological advancement is happening, and it's happening real fast. AI is everywhere. If you just look up artificial intelligence or AI and you look up, it says news, you see how they spending billions and billions of dollars into this artificial intelligence. And even if it's not the Antichrist, well, I think it is. I think it's the Antichrist, because the Antichrist is going to be trying to mimic God with the lying signs and wonders. And everything that I see, they're saying artificial intelligence can make medicine. It can heal the sick. It can make you see again. And so, these things are happening, and they're happening at an alarming rate. You know, this artificial intelligence and I don't like this epidemic, or what they call coronavirus, because somebody's lying, and I'm gonna tell you why they're lying. They have to be lying, because when I look at the numbers of the coronavirus, they mimic the numbers of flu, meaning last year it was 12,000 people got diagnosed with died from the flu. Just 12,000 died. Not the how many that got sick from it. And that just was in the United States. And so I know 1,000 people done died now, but it's been a month and a half. And so it seemed like the same thing as the flu. And so somebody's either lying about the numbers, and it's more than that, because they're taking dramatic courses to shut down China. And you know, China is responsible for like 60 to 70% of Earth thing that we have. Everything that we have in our house, you look on the bottom of it, says made in China. And so somebody's lying about the numbers. I believe that the coronavirus is worse than a flu. Anytime they're trying to use techniques that they use for people with AIDS, they're using that's one of the forms that they're using for the treatment for this thing, because I think it messes with your immune system, and how they're forcing people out their homes, and and it's spreading like wildfire. But like I said, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but a power, a love, and a sound mind. And so if you look at how things that I've been telling you, something's going to happen in 2020, it's happening. I mean, like I said, iHeartRadio have fired hundreds of DJs for artificial intelligence. Walmart is introducing artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can make music now, mimic artists, everything. If you just look online and say AI and says news, you see billions and billions of dollars being poured into artificial intelligence. And even if it's not the Antichrist that I think it is, it's a bad disruption. Because if 65% of the jobs be gone, we're going to have anarchy. We're going to have people rioting because they're hungry. They need to eat. They can't find a job. There are 200 people that iHeartRadio or more, that iHeartRadio just laid off. That's their career. What they going to do? What they going to do if they can't find a job? I mean, and Starbucks. What would you need a artificial intelligence for Starbucks in a coffee machine? Come on now. We done lost the ability to think. They're saying how artificial intelligence has made itself now, meaning it's not just making a copy of a machine. It's actually, they took a biological frog, a cell of a frog, and it made itself. Now artificial intelligence is a living organism where they cut it up and it sewed itself together. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, what are we trying to do? And like I said, the United States done doubled down. They made I don't know how many people know this, but just in January, they spent $790 billion on a space force. A space force. Why do we need the military in the space? And they said the most money we ever spent in space. And then look at the nuggets that they give. You listen to, Donald Trump don't got no filter, so he don't care what he say. He say a lot of stuff gonna happen in space. What you mean a lot of stuff gonna happen in space? Gonna be happening in space? What are you trying to say? You spent $796 billion for a space force, but you taking 30 million people off of food stamps. Now, I understand that the government ain't responsible to take care of people, but unless you have a 2-home income, single parents, it's hard to work, and if you got 2-3 kids to provide for them, it's hard. And $13 an hour, it's nothing. It's nothing to have to get a babysitter, food, clothes, transportation. You don't have nothing. And so they're kicking off 30 million people off of food stamps this year. I mean, they're I didn't even know, but it's a law now that if you own public aid or Section 8 or Chicago Housing Authority, you can't even smoke in your apartment that you pay for. It's illegal. You get evicted for smoking. That's something that's legal. I ain't talking about weed. I'm talking about cigarettes. You can't smoke in your apartment. Come on now. What are we getting to? And so, I'm just telling everybody, if you got any kids and they thinking about a career, they need to take STEM or electronics or something in math, because they're looking for people that can think now. If you can't think and you need to be told what to do, how to do it, if you're doing repetition, they're saying that they don't need them kind of people anymore because artificial intelligence can do them things now. The banking system, the financial system, now AI can diagnose diseases better than doctors. It's making its own medicine now. It's like we done lost the ability to think. We done lost the ability to think. Think about that. We done lost the ability to think. Because now we need a machine to tell us everything. And just look around you. Everything you see now has artificial intelligence. Even in NBA. I was wondering, what are they talking about analytics? Why are they talking about analytics? You know what analytics is? That's a machine telling them that it's best to shoot a 3 than a 2. Or I was watching a race car. They using artificial intelligence to tell them when to change tires or when they need to do this one. Now, I can understand that you maybe want to look at the data and all that and maybe help. but you depending on this to make your own decision, make the decision for you. Like whatever the machine say, this is what we do. Like a lot of people don't even know it. Illinois has a law that they just passed in January that says that companies can't use artificial intelligence to hire people. Meaning artificial intelligence is your interviewer now. But Illinois is the only state in the union that says that employers must tell potential people that want the job that their artificial intelligence is looking at them, checking out how they answer questions, looking at their mannerism, and on the opinion of the machine dictate if they're going to get a job. What are we doing? What are we really doing? And so, like I tell people, man, we have to learn what's going on around us because it's getting faster. I don't trust this coronavirus, like I said, because somebody's lying. Because if it's just 1,000 people that died, 1,000 people die every day in the United States from the flu. We ain't closing down borders. We're not restricting flights for that. So somebody's lying. I don't know if they put it in the air or is it a biological weapon, but somebody's lying. But like I say, the best thing the best thing I can tell you is if you don't know God and you don't think you don't trust God or you got hatred or anything in your heart, it's time to rethink about do I really need to try to get my life together? Do I need to get my life together? Do I need to stop playing games because playtime is over? Playtime is over. It's been over. And it's just going to increase. Like I said, General Motors said they're not no longer going to make any passenger cars. Google is launching their artificial intelligence cars, Waymo. Truck, UPS is about to use artificial intelligence to drive trucks. Now, you know, trucks is how we get our goods. And if they letting a truck drive itself, that's going to put hundreds of truck drivers out of jobs. Come on now. It's just the disruption, even if it ain't the Antichrist, what I believe it is. A lot of people laugh at me, but I say AI is the alien invasion. It's not artificial intelligence, but alien invasion. But I'm just, I just rambling, I guess. And how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm sorry, I didn't wave. Lord Jesus, I was stuck into what I was saying. But we really need to be praying for one another. I love everybody. I know it seems like I'm very sporadic and very, what they call that, people might say it's paranoia, but I'm not paranoid because everything I've been saying is beginning to happen. It's happening faster and faster. These technology advancements, these diseases is happening faster and faster. And we have to take a look back and say, what is really going on? So I love you all. And just stay strong. Love your neighbors. Love your friends. Love your family. Love God. Get your life together and keep it together. Peace.